Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the CISN Football Pregame Show. It is Football Friday already. It is Week 5 already. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I'm your Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the CISN Football Pregame Show. It is Football Friday already. It is Week 5 already. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I'm your host, Blake Walker. Welcome to tonight's pregame show. We're going to get you going on a couple things before we send you to your Friday night football game here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. We got highlights, coach interviews, top 10 rankings, and much, much more tonight on the docket. We'll jump right into our highlights, our top highlights from last week's games. Top 5 plays of Week 4, including an honorable mention later in the going. We'll start with number 5, Dante Cataldo, trying to get things rolling for Dowling Catholic in the early going. A 22-yard QB keeper on a read option play. Scores, gives Dowling Catholic a 7-0 lead. Good to see Cataldo trying to reform into himself. Gives Dowling Catholic the early lead over the Waukee Northwest Wolves. We'll move on to number 4, Drake DeGroot. On a 2-point conversion, a beautiful pass to Jaden McGregory for the 2-point conversion to bring Valley within a couple under a possession. Good game over there. Take a look at the replay again. DeGroot obviously wasn't the starter to start the season, but he's working his way in. Beautiful pass, good high point placement, good catch by Jaden McGregory. We'll go to number 3, back to Dowling. Sam Johnson, back to throw, and fires a dart downfield to Maverick Inman. And somehow, some way, Inman right there, right place, right time. A beautiful 34-yard touchdown pass. Take a look at it again. Johnson, good cannon, and kind of in between the corners. Good ball placement. Dowling would go on to win 31-17. Number 2, not a touchdown, but still a great play. Beckett Baker on a screen play to Grant Gamble. And watch Grant Gamble turn into Reggie Bush. One guy missed, two guy missed. Take a look at the third juke move, and Grant Gamble uses his speed to get all the way down to about the 16-yard line. It's a 71-yard play. Take a look at it again. I mean, look at this move. Are you serious? What a play. Waukee wins 37-15. Our number 1 play of the week, Will Nuss and Johnston trailing Ankeny in the third, 9-0. Nuss checks down. How about another screen play? D'Angelo Barku turns on the burners, gets himself a set of goodbyes, and he is gone. A long touchdown. 88 yards for the score. 9-7 would be the score after that. Ankeny would hang on. 16-10 would be the final score. Our honorable mention of the week, take a look at this. Early in the first quarter, still at about 18 seconds to go, Luke Anderson fires a lob over the middle. Look at the pass and catch by Devin Akers. A one-handed grab. Another beautiful play by Ankeny, and Devin Akers continues to shine as one of the top wide receivers in Class 5A. Some phenomenal plays from this Week 4 of high school football here in the state of Iowa. It's time to jump now to our top 10 rankings, courtesy of the Cedar Rapids Gazette. And no surprise, at the top of the rankings, Southeast, Polk, and Dowling Catholic. 1-2, you could pretty much put them tied, if at any, in some of these polls. Bettendorf comes in at number 3. The Bulldogs are still undefeated. Pleasant Valley at 4. The Spartans lost to Bettendorf to start the season, but they have returned pretty well and are 3-1 now, a strong rushing attack. Waukee at number 5. The Warriors, despite that loss to Waukee Northwest, they look pretty good and set to make a good playoff run. Ankeny Centennial drops a little bit after the Southeast Polk loss, but I still expect Centennial to jump right back into the top 5 not before long. Cedar Rapids Kennedy and that prolific passing attack at number 7. Ankeny, after the win against Johnston, is back into the top 10 at 8. Waukee Northwest slots in at number 9 after the loss to Dowling Catholic. And Johnston, the Dragons, fall to 10th after their loss to Ankeny. That is your top 10 rankings, courtesy of the Cedar Rapids Gazette. We appreciate everyone for watching so far. Stick around. We'll be back after the break with much more. You're watching the CISN Football Pregame Show.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
It's the DeArmond Ford Indianola Kickoff event. Score big on a new F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 66 months, plus $3,750 rebate. Get charged up with a Mach-E and lease for $449 a month. All Americans Ford Escape and Edge. New Edge for $399 a month flex buy. And the new Escape, 2.9% for 75 months, plus $500 rebate. Join our winning team at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Hey, you two. We all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome back to the CISN Football Pregame Show. I'm your host, Blake Walker. Thanks for coming back and joining with us. We're on to our coach interview segment of tonight's show. Dar Danielson had a chance to sit down with Ames coach Brian Sauser and Valley coach Gary Swenson ahead of their big game tonight between the Cyclones and the Tigers.
Joining us now is Ames coach Brian Sauser. And, well, coach, you got your first win on the year. Things progressing for you. Let's talk a little bit about that. What did you see that you did well in that ball game?
I think that we certainly were battle tested after our first 3 weeks. You know, as things have shaken out, Centennial, City High, and Waukee are certainly 3 very good football teams in Class 5A, and we opened the season with that. So, you know, the challenge to our kids after those 3 games was we have to be much more physical at the point of attack if we're going to go compete with good football teams in Class 5A. And, you know, our kids have progressively gotten better each and every day. And last Friday night, it was great to see him be extremely physical. And we also changed some things up. We just played man coverage the whole game. We just kind of wanted to find out, you know, like, can we just go cover and can we just play physical? And our kids responded to that and did a great job on both sides of the football.
Now, I know when we talked prior to the season opener, you said this is going to be a little different. We're not going to throw it around as much, but you really did it on the ground this last week. Is that still the theme as you're heading halfway in through the season here?
It is. I mean, that's just, you know, the situation that we're in. I mean, you know, we do a good job running the football, and last week was certainly that breakthrough game for us running the ball. And you know, we've had a couple of different kids playing quarterback, and last week the kid who played it was the kid who started against Waukee, and we just kind of tailored things a little more to him with options and different things like that. And he responded, you know, 230 yards rushing and did a really nice job. We play a lot of young guys. There's no doubt about that. We have to be better throwing the football, but you know, really last week was just kind of one of those things where we were like, you know, like, okay, let's just find out. Can we just line up and run the football on offense and play man coverage on defense? And, you know, it was one of those things going into the game. I'm like, we're either going to look really good or we're going to look really foolish out here. So, but to our kids' credit, I mean, they did dominate at the line of scrimmage on both sides against, you know, Roosevelt's a good football team. Probably not the caliber team that we saw weeks 1 through 3, but still a very good football team. So I was glad to see that we rose to the occasion against a quality opponent.
Well, speaking of quality, I know you come in and you face this Valley team, and they have not won yet, but they've given all these teams right up to the very end a battle. So what do you see out of them and what you have to do to be successful against them?
Well, I know, you know, the old line is you are what your record says you are and all that type of stuff. But, you know, Valley's sitting there at 0-4, but they're 6 plays from being 4-0 when you watch the film. So, I mean, they're very, very good. I mean, what's hurt them a little bit, and I'm sure they would agree with this also, is not really having a lot of stability at the quarterback position. You know, they've rotated a lot of different guys there, like good players. But, you know, as I watch them on film, I mean, their O-line and D-line are huge. I mean, they got very good football players all over the field. Then you throw in the kid from Des Moines North, just another piece of the puzzle, the McGregor kid, you know, where they really are, I mean, just solid quarterback play overall from probably being a 4-0 football team. I mean, defensively, they're tough, they're nasty, they don't make any mistakes. They line up 2 tight ends on offense. I mean, there's not a lot of high schools out there that come at you with 2 tight ends that are 245 and 235. So, I mean, it's just a whole different type of challenge for us. And not to take anything away from the teams we played weeks 1 through 3, and Waukee's a very good football team, and Centennial is too, but this is the biggest team we've seen so far, which is amazing considering some of the teams we've ran into. So it's a very big challenge for us. But in saying that, you know, going to Valley Stadium, playing Valley, if we can just survive the initial punch in the first quarter, you know, and hang around, like our kids are tough. I mean, they will hang in there. We just can't get ourselves down early to a good Valley football team.
And I know it's much more enjoyable preparing for the next game when you're coming off a W than when you are a loss, isn't it?
Sure. No doubt about that. I mean, kids have a little extra hop in their step, but, you know, I'll say this about our kids. I thought when we came in on Sunday, they'd be much more like excited, ready to go. You know, they got to win, that type of thing. And, you know, I think it's probably a good thing. They're just really steady. You know, even after we lost a couple times, you come in on Sunday and you're like, okay, what are we going to deal with now? We're going to pick the pieces up. And they just kind of, you know, they go back to work, you know, win or lose. So as a coach, it's kind of nice knowing that they're just going to be consistent every day, good or bad. But, you know, the win last week was obviously a weight off everybody's shoulders.
All right. Well, we appreciate you joining us here for the pregame tonight and Friday night's game. And good luck to you, Coach, against Valley High.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's Ames High's head coach here on CISN.TV. Joining us now is Valley head coach Gary Swenson. And Coach, will first talk about your game last week. And seemed like you had a lot of good things happen, but you had some penalties and some mistakes that just kept you from finishing some drives there in that ball game. Well, it seemed you were, to me anyway, right up until the end, till they had a couple big plays. But is that how you saw it?
Yeah, we just didn't play very good football. I mean, we had a penalty on the first drive, a holding call, which hurt us. We had a penalty on the bench for interference, which hurt us. And then we had to punt, and we never – the rest of the night we ran the ball and pretty much did what we wanted running the football. We just couldn't complete drives, and we took ourselves out of the red zone 2 different times. Once we had to turn it over on downs, and then we had another penalty. So, you know, good football teams don't do that. So we're trying to work through those things and see if we can't string together 4 quarters that is going to be good enough to get a win. Because right now we're searching.
some of that little anxiousness of wanting to try so hard to get that win that maybe you do a little too much and you get,
I don't think so at this point. I mean, we're a month in, so as far as young players that didn't have a lot of varsity experience going, I mean that stuff's all by the wayside now. We've played enough football. I think sometimes your own offensively and defensively, your own schemes sometimes will have to be adjusted with certain teams just because what you thought you could do going in the reality of that doesn't play out. And I think we've tried to simplify things on both sides of the ball just so that they don't have to, you want your kids to play fast, and we're not necessarily talking about their actual speed. We're talking about reaction time and having to stop and think about what they're going to do. And it just seems like we just keep tripping ourselves up, because if you take penalties, turnovers, missed assignments, and you string them all together, you get drive stopping things that happen on both sides of the ball for offensively, and then things that'll keep drives going for them. We had them in fourth down a couple different times, and we had encroachment calls, or we had a roughing the passer, and we just kept hurting ourselves. Now, Waukee's a good team. I always hate to sound like we beat ourselves. I don't think that's ever the case. The other team, is always going to have something to do with it. I just think we're not very far away from beating teams like Johnston and Waukee. I mean, when we competed with Dowling and Polk, we just gotta do a better job of coaching during the week, and hopefully our kids can play better on Friday night.
We got an Ames team coming in, and they got their first win and got their ground game going, it looks like, and they've kind of sorted things out a little bit there. What do you see out of them? What do you have to do to be successful against them?
The tailback is pretty good. Jamison Poe is a very good running back. He played a year ago. I don't know. I think we're a football team that should win this game. I just think we're a better team, but it doesn't mean anything for me to say it. We got to go out and play like it. I think they'll make this a competitive football game. I mean, I just got to believe we're due to break out here at some point, and hopefully it's Friday night. And whether it was against Ames or anybody else, we're just due to have a game where we string together a lot of good things and create some big plays and limit the big plays from the opponent.
Yeah, because I've seen you do that in a couple games I've done, and then, like I said, in that Waukee game, you were so close there a couple times, and that game right till the final minutes until they got a couple quick scores, which happens when you're pressing. I mean, you've been kind of right in everything right here, right close, haven't you?
Yeah, it's just not good enough, and I guess you can take solace in the fact that you're right there and competing, but at some point that goes away as well, and you forget about who you're playing and just start to focus on yourself and your own improvement. And whether the team you're playing is undefeated or hasn't won a game, your consistent performance, if you're a good team, will be there. And right now we haven't had that, and we're trying to find it.
And that's just like when you have things go wrong, it seems like they build on each other. But when you have success, that tends to build, and you tend to get more confidence and all that too as it comes along, doesn't it?
Without question. I think confidence builds success, and if they kind of feed on each other, it's pretty hard to be confident. And then when the first thing goes wrong, you get shaken because you haven't been able to withstand those kind of mistakes. And we need to find that feeling, and I just believe it'll be this Friday night.
All right. Well, again, we appreciate you joining us here on the pregame show to talk about it, and look forward to seeing how things play out here Friday night. Thanks a lot, and good luck, Coach.
Thank you, Dar.
It's Coach Gary Swenson from Valley High School here on CISN.TV.
I want to take a chance and thank both head coaches for sitting down and chatting with us tonight before the big game. We always appreciate it every single week to get that access, if you will, before they get going on Friday Night Football. We'll take a break and be back with much more. You're watching the CISN Football Pregame Show.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western. More jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Welcome back to the CISN Football Pregame Show. I'm your host, Blake Walker. It's time to wrap things up before we get you out to your big game tonight on the Central Iowa Sports Network. We'll start with your games to watch tonight across CISN and across the state. We got 6 games for you. Waukee Northwest takes on Waterloo West. The Wolves trying to rebound after the loss to Dowling Catholic. Waterloo West is no slouch. Over 1,000 yards rushing on the ground. They're led by a 2 junior backfield, and Coach Lonnie Moore looks like he's got his boys ready. Should be a fun one between the Wallhawks and the Wolves. Ankeny Centennial taking on Des Moines East. The Jaguars also trying to rebound after the loss to Southeast Polk. And then Valley taking on Ames. Can the Tigers get that first win of the year against a run-heavy Ames team? Another couple games to keep an eye out for. Cedar Rapids Jefferson takes on Cedar Rapids Washington. The Jayhawks are the best story in Class 5A this year. They're looking to move to 5-0 on the season after not winning a single game since 2019. Waukee heads to Johnston. It's Johnston's homecoming. They'll look to upset the 5th-ranked Waukee Warriors. And Muscatine returns their running back last week, Ty Kozad. They look to get back on track again after the win last week and take on a 3-1 Davenport West squad that has shown success in the recent years. That is your top games to watch. We hope you enjoy them as we get going here toward the Friday night football. We're just minutes away from the big game. I'm Blake Walker. Thank you for watching the CISN Football Pregame Show. Enjoy your Football Friday.
Good evening and welcome to Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. It's the Valley Tigers taking on the Ames High Little Cyclones here tonight. As we're just about ready for kickoff of another high school football game on a beautiful night. Dar Danielson here with Hunter Phillips and a couple of teams that have struggled to start the season. Hunter, Ames got a little better last week with a win over Roosevelt, but Valley has had some close losses.
0-4 Valley Tigers. I don't know when the last time is we've said that. It's been decades, I know, but they played well in games up till late in the game. I've done 3 of those games, and they've lost them late in the game, so they have a lot of potential here, but just haven't been able to put everything together. Injuries a part of that. Mistakes and penalties were a part of it last week.
Yeah, just a number of factors have led to this 0-4 start for the Tigers. But, we're here in week 5, and so that the urgency is going to be picking up for teams across the state, especially for these two here tonight, which makes this matchup all the more intriguing. For Ames, again, lost their first 3 games, but then was able to pick up nicely against Roosevelt, hoping that they can carry the momentum from that one here tonight. But Valley, it's about just trying to finish plays, finish drives, and to stay disciplined out there. It's going to be, again, a matchup of 2 teams that are hungry, really want to get a win here as we're, again, in week 5 of the high school season.
All right, just about a minute or so away from kickoff. We'll take a break. We come back. We're ready for the kickoff football. Valley hosting Ames here on CISN.TV.
It's the DeArmond Ford Indianola Kickoff Event. Score big on a new F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 66 months, plus $3,750 rebate. Get charged up with a Mach-E and lease for $449 a month. All Americans Ford Escape and Edge. New Edge for $399 a month flex buy. And the new Escape, 2.9% for 75 months, plus $500 rebate. Join our winning team at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V-Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
And here we go, ready for the kickoff. Cameron Cantawine will kick it off for Ames. Isaiah Pink's back deep. It's going to be a squib kick. Goes off the up man, picked up at the 26. Juking around, now up to the 36-yard line for Valley, where they'll start over 1st and 10. At the, where are they going to mark at? 35, I guess. So, I guess didn't want to get the ball hunter to the return men and give them a chance to break something off. And with the Valley, that's sometimes a good idea.
Yeah, a rather unorthodox way to be able to kick things off. But, trying to gain the advantage here early. But this is an important series here to start for the Valley Tigers, getting their quarterback, Drake DeGroot, some confidence.
DeGroot throws it out quickly, and it's caught there for a short gain by Noah Craycraft. Well, a little better gain than what I thought. Maybe 4 on that. And Drake DeGroot, the quarterback, sophomore. He's 145 yards, no TDs, 4 interceptions. Valley's not had a passing TD out of DeGroot yet. And I don't think as a team yet either. And here's a penalty right away from the start. False start. And that is the thing that hurt Valley on their first drive last week. And here, again, they get a penalty right away.
Yeah, it's going to go against Marcus McGregor. And just the last thing you want to do right there is when you're trying to establish something here on your first drive to have to back up 5 yards, basically negating what you're able to do with that quick pass to start. So, again, it's been the little things that have hurt the Tigers here, like penalties to start the season.
There's a handoff right up the middle. And good yardage there by Darius Mason, who comes in. He'll be that second back, and he's a good guy to as your relief back for Damon Head. He's a little faster, but good second back for him.
Well, Valley, traditionally, they've always had two backs that they really rely on throughout the course of a game. And, of course, they have that this year with both of those athletes. And they're hoping that can help maybe open up the pass game for their young quarterback.
Two receivers left and one in motion. The handoff to the back. He's going to hit in there. He's trying to push ahead, but going to be stopped short. Mason is just short maybe of the first down. The way it looks, you had to. Well, that's going to be tight. The stick isn't quite to the line, but now they're putting the ball right in the at a line. They're going to say it's a first down. I didn't think he got it at first.
Must have been forward progress there on that run, but group of little Cyclones right there to come up with the strong tackle. The first one in the fray was Roger Lopez. You know, we're going to see a lot of guys for Ames play both offense and defense, but boy, that was almost the stop that Ames really wanted here to start.
Ames sets two receivers wide. Going to fake the handoff, throw it to the slot man, Craycraft there. And he breaks it down the sideline. 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Noah Craycraft. 55 yards.
And there is passing touchdown number 1 there for Drake DeGrode, and the first receiving touchdown for Valley as a team. And boy, that close run there to be able to pick up the first down was critical. And you saw K-Craft really be able to explode out in space for the early touchdown.
Looked like it just had him out in the flat, one of those simple plays that you run and usually you get a few yards out of it, but he broke that wide open. Rico Alvarenga will come in to kick the extra point. It's up and good. So Valley up early. 7-0 here. We'll be back with the kickoff after this on CISN.TV.
Face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today.
Back here at Valley, the Tigers strike quickly on their first drive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plays. And a 55-yard pass to Craycraft. And the Tigers are on the board here. And boy, what a shot for an offense that needed a shot, huh?
Oh, it needed to in the worst of ways. But for DeGrode, talk about a way to respond after an early penalty, a false start, balanced in the run, and then was able to hook up with his senior wideout, Noah Craycraft, for his first touchdown as a Valley Tiger, and that is just the start that the Tigers needed here on their homecoming game.
Well, Valley will kick it off. They're in the orange on the left. They kick it to Ames. Taken and dropped by Caterwine at about the 5-yard line, and he'll bring it all the way up to about the 20. I tell you, Caterwine does everything. He kicked off. He returns kicks. He plays quarterback. And go ahead.
Just a jack of all trades he is. And, boy, he's coming off a really good outing against Roosevelt, especially running the football, had 230 yards on the ground. And so, like Valley, Ames is going to want to establish things in the run game here early.
He comes out, empty backfield, 2 receivers to each side. Poe is running back, slides more toward the line there. He's out wide to the left there. They're going to swing it out to Poe. There's a flag down. I think there was motion shift before the snap. Let's see. No, they're going to say it. Yeah, going to say a jump by Torian Cotton out there. So, deja vu, what we saw with Valley, motion penalty for Ames here in the first play. They look to the sideline. Poe and Cotton wide to the left of the formation. Poe goes in motion. They're going to hand it off to Poe. He's going to get pulled down behind a line of scrimmage before he could get anything going there. Isaiah Pink's right in there, one of them. Quickly shot in on the gap.
Just a strong tackle there at the line of scrimmage, and Valley looking to set the tone on defense. Their defense has been very solid this year, but again, it's just been the offense that has kept the defense on the field for majority of their contests. But Valley is very big up front and came up with a good stop there.
2nd and 16 on the 14. Rolling out, looking for receiver. Now throws it late at the feet out there of Jeffrey Roberts, as well covered by the Valley secondary.
Well, Cantwine wants this one back in the worst of ways. He's really frustrated with himself because he did have Roberts open, but just had to come up with a stronger throw. That's really difficult for a quarterback to be able to roll off to his left and make those kind of on-target throws. And so now 3rd and 16, no doubt a passing situation here. But, of course, Cantwine, if he sees an opening, he'll go ahead and take off, but they're hoping to get a first down.
So they send 4 receivers to the left. Poe comes back trying to set up some kind of screen. That was almost a dangerous tip up in the air. Defensive back Price had his head down. Otherwise, if he wasn't trying to make the tackle and that stays up, it could have been a pick.
Not only that, almost a backward pass as well. And so one off the fingertips of Jamison Poe, and after an early penalty, not the start that Ames wanted on the flip side, offensively going 3 and out.
So McGregory and Pinks back deep to receive the kick. The punt from Cantwine. He booms it quickly. It's high, but it's not going to go very far. And up to make the fair catch at the 36. Was not a real good, about a 22-yard punt for Ames. So Val will take over in good field position.
Yeah, they really will. And, even though that punt wasn't very far, sometimes as a receiver, the punts that have the longer hang time can be a little bit more challenging there, especially when you have to come in with that fair catch. But ideal starting position, like you said, Dar, for their second drive of the game.
Trips to the right for Valley. And handoff over to the left side, looking for some room there, and it'll be pulled down after a couple of yards there. Head back in there. And they bring Zach Schemper in, the other tight end. That was one thing Coach Sauser mentioned. He goes, they'll go with 2 tight ends, and they're big tight ends to help with the blocking. And they set one of them up on the slot. 3 receivers left. Hand off to Head. He cuts it back inside. Has some room. Moves up across the first down marker and is pulled on right there. Stretched out just enough to pick up the first down.
he just has such great vision there at the running back position between the tackles, and very shifty as well, coming off a game against Waukee with 15 carries, 111 yards. Again, very dependable back, takes care of the football, and like that 1-2 punch with him and Mason, that's been big for the Tigers here to start the year.
Sent 2 receivers right. Fakes a handoff, rolls out, looks down deep, throws it across to the tight end. What a snag, and then he drops it, but then it's caught there, I think, by Craycraft on the rebound. I think that was Schemper. He got popped loose when he got hit, and then Craycraft caught it on the rebound, and you get a first down. A little bit of rugby. Let's see the replay here.
First down, Tigers at the Ames 19-yard line.
Not exactly how you want to draw it up. Initially a very good catch, but Ames coming up with the big hit, and talk about backing up your teammate.
A little bit of rugby looked like there for a minute. Inside, well, that'd be a pass, and Head's not going to have much running room there. He'll get a couple. 2nd and 8 at the 12. For Head. So 5th play of the drive here. They took it at the 36. Now looking to the sideline. We'll send Craycraft and Scarata wide left. And send one man to the right. That's Gregory. Hand it off up the middle, and Head doesn't find much running room. I think that's one of the things Valley wanted to establish is a running game, and kind of with Ames having a lot of guys that go both ways, kind of wear them down. But so far they have not been able to do it yet, but sometimes those early short runs get to you by the 4th quarter.
They sure do. It's just gradually chipping away. That's what Valley wants to do with its running attack, and hoping that it can wear down the Little Cyclones by the end of the game.
Dropping back, look for McGregory, now comes back across the middle, and it's off the hands of the receiver there. That was Scarata. And he had a lot of guys in one place in the end zone there, didn't he?
Not a whole lot of space in it all, and getting a hand on it was Roman Johnson there for Ames. And so kind of a forced pass right there, pretty dangerous. Lucky that it wasn't picked off, and now Valley's out for a field goal.
Well, Alvarenga has hit a 30-yarder. This one is good. 10-0 Valley. We'll be back with the kickoff after this on CISN.TV.
Face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Back here at Valley, the Tigers get a field goal. They started at their 36, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plays. And they end up with the 29-yard field goal. And now we'll kick off to Ames. Dar Danielson, Hunter Phillips here on CISN.TV. Cloudy night. Let's hope it just stays cloudy and we don't get any rain here tonight till much later. Good high kick down the middle. Canton Wine takes it at the 2. He'll come up across the 15, 20, and up across the 20 to the 21. So the second drive here for Ames. They started their first one at the 20, but right away got a penalty that dropped them back 5, and then things didn't go well from there.
And that's what I was going to bring up here, is that clearly with this second possession here for Ames, just got to be fundamentally sound and hoping that they can, again, get into a rhythm of their own.
Catawine, the quarterback, sends Poe in motion, fakes to Poe. Catawine will keep it over the left side, cuts it up. Nobody there. Oh, last man trips him. He had a lot of green, but just got tripped up as he turned that corner and started to turn on the Jets there. And possibly a touchdown saving tackle.
I tell you, he is just fun to watch at the quarterback position. You really don't know what he's going to do, but when he takes off and runs, he had a 95-yard run last week against Roosevelt, which is the longest run in Class 5A. So he's a guy that's got the speed and he's got the talent to really make things happen.
Send a man in motion now. Hand off to, no, he keeps it again. Catawine over the right side, puts his shoulder down and plows ahead for about 4. Yeah, when you look at it, you know, passing 139 yards passing, no TDs, but when you look at rushing, 258 yards rushing and that 95-yard touchdown that you talked about, which is the big difference from last year when the coach's son was a quarterback and they threw it all over everywhere, you know.
and that's why it's been a bit of a slow start for the Little Cyclones this season, is just a new identity on offense.
They look to the sideline, 10 seconds on the play clock now. Three seconds, 2, 1, they get it off, and he fakes to Poe, and he'll take it himself right up the middle and pick up a couple. So they got a manageable third down at least here now.
Definitely manageable, and look, I mean, this is really telling the Tigers defense here early on that we're going to run the ball all night. That's their identity. I mean, the numbers don't lie when you look at Cantwine's stats this season, but on top of being quick, he's also very powerful, really tough to bring down. We've seen that here early on.
Empty backfield for him again as they look to the sideline, and he prevents a number of challenges. Now they send Poe in motion. He'll come back over, set up behind him, and I think the play clock ran out before they got the play off. No, they call the false start.
The time was winding down, and Coach Saucer, he is just pacing up and down the sideline, not happy. 2 consecutive plays where they didn't get the snap off until the last seconds, and that is something that you just cannot have.
And you go from a 3rd and 3 to a 3rd and 8, which is, you know, a big difference here when you're already down and you're looking to get back into it. Poe in motion, fakes to Poe, throw across the middle, wide open. Nobody picked him up, and Roger Lopez, the tight end, takes the pass and gets the first down. Now that's what's happening when you focus on Poe and the quarterback in the backfield. They sneak that tight end out. Let's see it here. Well, we can't see it on our monitor, but
Lopez's second grab of the season, and you're exactly right, Dar. I mean, when you're successful at running the ball, those are the kind of plays that open up, and a huge conversion there on 3rd and long to be able to get it here to midfield.
Now into Valley territory for the first time tonight. The Little Cyclones bring Poe back behind Cantawine. This time Poe gets it. He spins around, keeps the legs churning. He'll get maybe 3 on first down.
Jamison Poe, he's just such a workhorse here for this Ames team, and last week, I mean, just went off. 15 carries, 83 yards, 3 touchdowns, had a receiving touchdown, so he's just that multi-dimensional threat that is going to have a constant presence here tonight for Ames.
6th play of the drive. They send 4 receivers right, 1 left, that empty backfield again. Quick throw out to Poe. Poe trying to break free. and he'll be pulled down after about a yard pickup. So tried to get him out there in space, but there wasn't much room once he got out there. And that brings up 3rd and 7 at the 46. They'll send 3 to the left, 2 to the right for Kanawai. He looks over. At the minute mark here in the first quarter. Low snap, juggles it. Now he throws it under pressure, and it's almost picked off. Kanawai did good to get that away as Cole Weibel came roaring in at him after he juggled the snap. And so the 7-play drive is going to end up in a punt. Here, unless Kanawai, he's the punter too. So,
oh, I'm sure that they have practiced this for special teams. Him as a threat tries to fake it, but he'll go ahead and try to pin the Tigers deep in their own territory.
Gets a good bounce, and it's going to roll out back at the 16. So 38-yard punt. And Valley will take over for their 3rd possession, leading 10-0. They got a touchdown and a field goal on the first 2. 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. Drake DeGroat, the sophomore, brings him out. Low snap, hands it off right up the gut. Slips one tackle, breaks outside. Got some room, still going. Knocking down tacklers, still going, cuts it back inside. Darius Mason with a big run. What's the phrase? Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, stiff-arming, everything up the field. And he rips it off.
Boy, just no stopping Darius Mason. He has really been playing well here over the last few weeks. Remember, his brother was a big-time running back here at Valley and Tyus, and so clearly it's been brought down here to Darius. And
38 yards. He picks up the first down. Hand off to Head. Head right up the middle. And now that line is starting to find some holes. Is the ball out? Nope. So the clock will stop on the first down with 2 seconds to go. Then they'll roll it, and that should be the last play of the first quarter. And there it is. So the quarter's over. Valley driving again. At the end of first quarter, Valley 10, Ames nothing here on CISN.TV.
Trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western. More jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Back here at West Des Moines Valley High School, we go to the second quarter. They'll flip sides in Valley. on their third drive here, and they're moved it down to the 14 of the Ames Little Cyclones. Valley, you see there in the orange uniforms, the white is Ames. We start the new quarter. And hand off to Head. He goes over the right side, dives! Touchdown! Valley from 14 yards out. Well, there's that line we're seeing we talked about. They're starting to take their, as they just push right through, he goes over the right side and then dives the last 2 yards, gets it over the goal line. He was so quick that the linesman on the other side didn't get to the goal line. And the other one came over and said, yeah, he was in. So here's the PAT. It is good. 17-0 Valley. Back with a kickoff after this on CISN.TV.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
Ames set to receive the kickoff from Valley after Valley scores on the 14-yard run by Damon Head Jr. Kickoff coming down. Cantawine takes it and cuts it outside. Finds a little room there. Gets up to the 22. Takes a pretty good hit on the sideline.
Yeah, Isaiah Pink's laying down the lumber there on Cantwine, who you can't forget that he's the quarterback. You really have to be careful not to take shots like that. But how about Valley's offense in that last series? I mean, starting from inside their own 20, and there's just a steady diet of the run game. I mean, the best friend right now for Drake DeGroat and now for Ames. Had a good second series, but weren't able to finish it off, not get themselves in field goal position. See how they can try to get back in this ball game.
This is their best starting position at the 27. The both other two drives started at the 20, and there's a jump by the inside man.
Ball start. Offense number 73. Fire Valley. Touchdown.
Jackson Getters. He slapped himself on the helmet. He knew as soon as he took off. That's the trouble. You're anxious, you got good starting position, you want to get points on the board, but you take a little step before the snap here. You bring Poe back. Now give it to Poe. Poe looking for room. Now going to bounce it outside. Turns the corner and just ran a long ways, got 3 yards. No, got a little more than that because of the penalty, I guess, so got 8 yards. But this Valley secondary really closes fast. They've got a lot of speed there, too, to close on the ball carriers.
And they're pretty experienced as well. And on the defensive side of the ball, giving up 150 yards on the ground. So they're a team that's given up some big plays in the run game, but they have been strong out there in space.
There's Cantawine. Low snap, picks it up. He'll take it himself. Now, I think he wanted to hand it off, but because of that low snap, by the time he picked it up.
So again, 3rd and long here for Ames, and it was all predicated by that early false start. Second time they've started a drive with a penalty, and so you're in no doubt a passing situation. See if Kentwine can come up with a big play.
Weibel was in on the tackle for Valley. Now Kentwine readjusting his receiver there. Sends him out wide. Drops back, now throws it up. Oh! Ricocheted, almost a ricochet interception there, as Jeffrey Roberts was the intended receiver. Looked like he was open, had a step, but I think the defender just got enough of the ball.
Well, and eventually 2 Tigers converged onto the football and in and out of the hands of Sam Swanson. You know that he wanted that one back. Dangerous ball there from Kentwine, and 3 and out, second one for Ames. Just something you can ill afford right now, down 17.
Craycraft and McGregory back deep to receive the punt from Kentwine. He gets a good punt off, driving Craycraft all the way back, or McGregory, excuse me. McGregory now goes out to the right side, gets a little blocking, trying to turn the corner. Now turns back the other side, gets a couple blocks, and he'll get up across the 50. So returns it from the 32 down to the 49, a 20-yard return. And Valley takes over. 1st and 10 at the 48.
So that was our first glimpse of Jaden McGregory tonight, just a sophomore. Get used to hearing this kid's name. He is something special, and we just saw it right there, taking that punt back for a real good game.
Yeah, you went all the way to the right, reversed it back. And a lot of times when that happens, you get a penalty for a bad block. Here's a handoff. Bounces out of their head. Head cuts it outside. Bounces out of the pile. He's at the 20, 15, 10, and pushed out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. Well, they'll say he stepped out a little earlier. But he was all plugged up in the middle and bounced it outside and got a big gain out of it.
Well, and Valley is just playing with a lot of confidence, and they can just do whatever they want to in the run game. And again, for Ames, a lot of the guys that you see on the offensive side of the ball are on the defensive side of the ball and starting to wear down here with just a shade under 10 minutes to play here in the first half.
So they started at the 49 and went down to the 9. And they have a 1st and goal at the 9. Does Valley. Dropping back, looking, throwing out in the flat, hits a man. Touchdown, Valley. Mason. Nine yards. Pretty easy. He just found him out there in the flat. Threw it out. And Valley's on the board again. 49 yards, 2 plays. And the Tigers are back on the board. Alvarenga trying to get the PAT again. And it's good. 24-0 Valley here. We'll take a break, be back with the kickoff after this on CISN.TV.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
We're back at Valley Stadium. The Tigers score once again and will kick it off. The ball falls off the tee. This time it was a pass out to Derek Mason. Just got him over on the edge, hit him, and he did the rest. Now Valley will kick off. This one's going to check up again about the 8-yard line. Caught there by Cantawine. This time up across 25. Looked like it was going to break free and then is pulled down from behind. He had a hole there for a second, but was pulled down by Dante Scarata. Man, it looked like he had broken through, didn't it?
Boy, that's been a couple of times here where he has really shown his skills in the return game, but now more than ever, really need to get something positive going. If you're the Ames offense, they were able to run the ball well in their second series, but other than that, they've had 2 3-and-outs. So see what the Little Cyclones can drum up here.
Cantawine is pulling the backfield. Keeps it himself, pitches on the option there, and didn't fool anybody. Matt Hall stopped behind the line. He came with him to fake to Poe, and right now Valley, they're not taking any of that play action or misdirection, are they?
No, it was a well-timed pitch by Cantwine, but you just got to give credit to Gage Olson. Just a strong tackle there for loss, and once again having to backpedal here on their first play are the Little Cyclones.
2nd and 16. And Cantawine will keep it himself. Up across the 30, gets the loss back and a few more, which will bring up a 3rd down and about 7, looks like. Well, they've been going with what's been working, and Cantawine has been the workhorse for them here. But they're going to have to find another play here or there, especially on 3rd and 7. Because every time they've given the ball back to Valley, Valley's just taking it quickly down the field. Low snap. Looks out in the flat, has a man. He'll turn, but is quickly wrapped up and brought down before Roberts gets a chance to get out of there with it.
Like Jaden McGregory putting that play to a screeching halt. And so if you're Ames, again, just couldn't quite put together a pair of successful plays, and now will put their defense, like you said, Dar, in another precarious spot because Valley's going to get some good field position, and they've been able to do whatever they want to offensively.
McGregory and Pinks back deep. This one's a low punt, and it goes out at the 43. 21-yard punt for Ames. Valley takes over. 1st and 10 at their own 43. There was 7:17 to go in the first half. Darius Mason in the backfield now with DeGroat. And Mason will just follow that big tight end and the blocker up ahead and goes down the sideline. And he just got right in there behind Cronauer, the tight end, and just followed them, hid behind him, and went right up the sideline.
Well, and you just love this if you're a running back. Marcus McGregor there at left tackle. I mean, he's almost stride for stride running with Mason, who, just follow your guys who are paving the way for you. And, again, that's where Valley's had the upper hand. It's been at the line of scrimmage on both offense and defense.
First and 10 at the 33. Hand off over the left side. And knocked down Darius Mason. I had to wait a minute. I wasn't sure if DeGroat kept that ball or not. He spun around, but Mason had it. Goes down the sideline, picks up another big chunk.
Yeah, really deceptive with that handoff. And you could just tell that DeGroat, now being that first team player there in practice, having another full week to be able to prepare, that he's looked awfully sharp. And you could see why the Valley coaching staff is really high on this sophomore.
Dropping back, looking, throwing quick out, and McGregory with the catch. Jade McGregory gets the foot down. And be first and goal at the 8.
Well, Jaden McGregory, he's got a little Travis Hunter of Colorado in him. He can just make dazzling plays both on offense and defense in the return game.
First and goal at the 8. Hand off, cut back inside head, looking for room. He finally gets stacked up.
Damon Head carries the ball for Valley.
And picks up half the yardage down to the 4. Second and goal.
Second and goal for the Tigers from Ames, 3-yard line.
It's so funny how the humidity has changed, isn't it? For a few weeks we're dry, no rain, and now you look up tonight and you see the mist and the lights here as they bring it a fullback. Send a man in motion. And hand it off, plowing through, touchdown Valley.
Touchdown Tigers.
Well, Dar, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if you're Valley right now, you're just having so much success between the tackles, being able to get the leverage up front and giving space for your guys to be able to make plays. And I'll tell you, Darius Mason has been absolutely brilliant here tonight. And then Damon Head, that 1-2 punch has been a big driver for the Tigers' success.
Mason, second straight touchdown run, a 9 and a 4. Here's the PAT. It's up and good. Valley 31, Ames nothing. Back with the kickoff after this on CISN.TV.
Hey, you two. We all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some wings. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
It's the DeArmond Ford Indianola Kickoff Event. Score big on a new F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 66 months, plus $37.50 rebate. Get charged up with a Mach-E and lease for $449 a month. All Americans Ford Escape and Edge. New Edge for $399 a month flex buy. And the new Escape, 2.9% for 75 months, plus $500 rebate. Join our winning team at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Another kickoff by Valley. The Tigers have scored on every possession. Leading 31-0, 5:15 to play first half here against Ames. Kick coming down to Catawine at the 10. Up to the 20, 25, scoots through, up to about the 28. And we said it before, we'll say it again, they need a drive here to get something going. The homecoming crowd happy right now for Valley as they take a big lead and an offensive explosion we haven't seen out of the Tigers in a while. Of course, when you play Southeast Polk, you play Johnston and you play Waukee And let's see who else. They had another rated team in there, too. Dowling, And they weren't far out of that. They just didn't score enough, and then they had quarterback injuries. But tonight they're putting it all together. Now let's see if Ames can put something together here before the half on a drive. Handoff to Poe. And Poe will get a yard. A hard yard into the middle. Second and 8. We'll give him 2 yards, I guess. Ames looking for some kind of big play to kind of open things up a little bit here. They go empty backfield. They'll throw it out to Poe quickly. He cuts back inside. Pretty well executed on that pass out there.
Yeah, they've been designing those screen plays at various times, and this time able to get some good blocking up front for a solid gain. And now for much of the night, our Ames really hasn't been in a third and manageable position. Here they are right now, and see if Hantwine maybe can take off for a run through the middle because he's not afraid of the contact at all.
Yeah, just a couple first downs at this point would be good for him. Now he does. He'll take it off, but nope, he spins out of there. Oh, stumbles and almost kept it alive, but couldn't get out of the tackle there of Andrew Price. He's kept with him. So now brings up 4th and 4. Let's see if they go for it or they're going to punt. Still a lot of time left here, but they're going to punt, looks like.
Looks like Ames is going to call a timeout, maybe talk things over here a little bit. But
yeah, they had that play clock down to 4. So we'll just keep it here, and I think I'm going to see maybe try for it, but you got 4th and 4. If you could get a decent punt that got them deep and then force them, but Valley's been running off some big chunk plays too.
Yeah, I mean, Jaden McGregory has been fantastic when given the opportunity to return punts, but Hantwine, quite frankly, has been a little inconsistent with punting the football. And so, this, down 31, it's without question, yeah, no doubt. Maybe give it a chance to fake it there. But, it's interesting because we thought that Hantwine was going to take off. Well, so did the Valley defense as well. And they haven't missed many tackles here tonight. And so,
well, and he's been their one big running threat, really. Poe has not been able to get started here. They've snuffed him out, and obviously they're looking for him after last week against, Roosevelt, the big game there. So now Valley's going to switch some players in after seeing, I think they're waiting to see if Ames is going to. Now McGregory goes back. They didn't have anybody back to receive, and now I think there's going to be an illegal substitution call on Valley.
They had at least 4 new players come out very late in the play clock.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, they got 12 out there now. Yeah, so.
And see, those are the penalties that Coach Swenson was talking to you about and that you just need to eliminate. I mean.
Well, yeah, and then the thing was they were waiting to see because Ames called that timeout. Then are they going to go for it? So I think they had the defense out there thinking they're going to go for it, and then they realized, no, they're going to punt it. So they now Valley takes a timeout. So then they brought their punt return team, and then they didn't even have guys back. They get them back. While all that was going on, the referee's going, Lane, let me see this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. So then he throws the flag. Yeah, it was kind of a weird sequence. So the timeout worked out for Ames.
Sure did. I mean, you're absolutely going to take it. I mean, if you're Coach Swenson, though, you are irate because it gives life to the little Cyclones here. But if you're Ames, definitely take advantage of it. I do want to give out a score update from one of the games that's also on CISN TV out in Sioux City, Southeast Polk, number 1 team in the state, looking like the number 1 team here tonight, 28-7, with 6:18 left to play there in the first half out there in Sioux City against Sioux City East.
That's a long drive, but obviously with the scheduling, you got to go. And my last year at Ames, when they had to play the semifinal at Heelan, and it rained all the way to Sioux City, rained all the way through the game, and rained all the way back, but they won it 6-0. They scored a touchdown, the extra point didn't get off because of the muddy conditions. So here's Ames with the new set of downs, 3:06 to play. Lobs it across, caught, gets by the defender, breaks free, 20, 15 down to about the 13-yard line. Roberts on the catch.
Well, and how about this, to be able to change things really quickly and take advantage of that substitution penalty. You know, Jeffrey Roberts is only a sophomore. There are a lot of young up-and-coming players that are going to be ones to keep an eye on here for the next few years for the Little Cyclones. But the biggest play we've seen from them offensively, now it's about finishing this, and I'm sure not content with a field goal. They want to get in for 6, but we'll see now if it's going to be more of an emphasis on the run for the Little Cyclones.
Here's Canawine. He's got Cotton and Poe to his right. 2 receivers to the left. Now let's bring Poe back in motion, back over behind him. And then there's motion, a jump before they get the snap off. So that's the 3rd motion penalty. Or excuse me, 4th motion penalty on Ames here in the first half.
Yeah, we've said it before and continue to say it. I mean, just the things that you cannot do when you have a defense on the ropes a little bit here, and then you back yourselves up 5 yards, and it's just more work that you're going to have to put out here if you want to get some points on the board.
So they'll send Hall, Roberts, and Cotton wide to the right, and then Ames calls a timeout. Let's take a break. You're watching football on CISN.TV.
Trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Back to action here. Ames rolling, looking to the end zone, tries to throw it short. Everybody covered pretty well there. He was looking to Roberts in the end zone, but good coverage there by Valley. Van Arkel was back after Cantonwine. So that brings up 2nd and 15 at the 17 for Ames. They can get a first down here. They send those trips to the right, 1 receiver to the left for Cantonwine. Send Poe in motion, fake to him, throw across the middle, knocked up in the air, and intercepted?
Oh, it'll be a catch for
Or
the
a
Little
catch.
Cyclones.
Oh, I thought it came off him. I couldn't tell. So that'll be Lopez then, right? Yeah.
Boy, that ball, I don't know if it was batted at the line, but it just came wobbling there, and Matt Hall was able to somehow get his hands on it before a Tiger did, and now a big third down here for the Little Cyclones.
5 for first down, 7 for a touchdown. Kennewan right up the middle. Fumbles into the end zone. And does Valley have it? Valley has a touchback. I didn't see. Did you see who popped Kennewan as he went in?
Couldn't quite see it there right on pursuit when that play broke up, but Kennewan, he's stayed on the field for a while. Just absolutely backbreaker of a play for Ames, just as they were about to get their first set of points, turning it over in the worst possible spot now.
Yeah, and he was reaching to try to get into the goal, across the goal line, and just gets popped, and it came loose, and Valley on it. So Valley will get it 1st and 10 at the 20. So they took it from their 29, got it all the way down to the 7, and then fumbled it away in the end zone. And Valley takes over. There's wide open. And off the hands of the receiver, Dante Scarata.
Boy, that was just a great ball there from DeGroat, and just seeing his arm strength and put that one right where it needed to be. Just a simple drop there downfield, and if you're Ames, very fortunate because that would have been an easy touchdown for
I've been
the
impressed with DeGroat in the pocket, and also when he scrambles. He seems like he stops and gets set and looks upfield and throws it. And he's made some nice throws. They haven't always worked for points. This one he tries to throw over the defender to head out of the backfield, but incomplete. So 2 straight incompletions, and brings up a 3rd and 10 for Valley. Now, Ames burned a couple timeouts on that last series that seemed like we were frozen in time for a minute there. A lot of stuff happened. We had the 12 men on the field that gave them the first down, then they got the big play, and then they had a timeout, and then they had a penalty. So here's a big 3rd down for Ames. Dropping back, they're going to wing it out there. Out of the backfield, has plenty of room. Up the sideline, cuts it back in. Broken ankle, head. Now another one. Skips across up to the 45. Well, head's showing a few moves there.
He sure is, and just great play design right here. Well executed there with the screen pass, and when Damon Head is in space, he is so difficult to bring down. Ames just didn't really have anyone here on the near side of the field, and the Tigers took advantage of it.
Clock running, Valley back. Looking all kinds of time for DeGroat. He now will roll out of it. Throws upfield, finds a man up ahead. That is Craycraft. It'll be a first down into Ames territory.
Oh, and it's just really demoralizing for a defense when you give a quarterback that much time to be able to operate. And
they did get a little pressure on him, but he got out of it. And then, then he had all the time of the world as he rolled and looked.
You could tell that Noah Craycraft is his number one option in the pass game, and of course started off the game with the big touchdown, and he's been a good weapon for him here tonight.
Drops back again. Throws, he was looking over there for McGregory. I don't know if a little misread there, but he threw it behind him. A little too short to be a back shoulder throw because it was way short, and I don't know if you expected him to cut back in toward the middle or what.
I think that's what it was, just a miscommunication there where DeGroat thought he was going one way and Gregory was going the other. So not too many of those errors we've seen from the Valley offense here tonight.
They've been as good as we've seen them all season here. Dropping back, looking, hits his man out there. That is Craycraft again. And Valley uses their last timeout here. So if you're Ames, you just got to hope, hang on. Don't let them get another score on the board. And tough for that defense. You're waiting, and it looked like you're going to score, and then you turn it over. And you got to, well, a lot of these guys playing both ways. So you go from offense thinking you're going to score and then right back to defense and trying to stop this Valley team, which they haven't done yet tonight.
Yeah, they really needed that score for a lot of reasons, but like you touched on, Dar, just it ignites life back into you, rejuvenates yourself. But again, Valley's been able to score on all of their possessions here tonight, and then they've done it in a variety of ways. And yeah, if this Valley offense can continue to, again, gradually get better in the pass game, now that they have now that they know who's going to be their quarterback, you have the strong run game, they're going to present problems for teams in the coming weeks.
Well, it's just getting to sync with the whole offense, too, because different guys, they throw different ways. They have different ways of running things. And now to grow it back, he's going to go deep up the sideline. McGregory can't bring it in. Good defense back there. Was that Poe, I think?
Looked like Roman Johnson there on coverage for Ames. And, yeah, he did just the right thing there. That ball, I wasn't sure if McGregor was going to be able to catch that one in bounds, but, boy, just great job by Roman Johnson. He has had a tough assignment here tonight, and that forces what will be the first punt, more than likely, for Valley. But it does look like they're going to keep their offense out here on the field.
Yeah, I think on that side of the 50, they will. And DeGroat rolls, throws, upfield, has a man, caught. And that'll be the first down.
I think Valley's going to burn its final timeout here.
Craycraft again on the receiving end.
The Tigers quick to the line here.
They're going to clock it and save that timeout.
But yeah, I mean, just a big third down conversion right there. And so the Tigers really haven't been in many third down spots here tonight, but you have to be impressed with DeGroat and how he's been able to just examine the field, go through his progressions, and even on the run. I mean, you could tell that his arm strength just as a sophomore is really impressive. It's going to be fun to watch him here just continue to blossom throughout the rest of the season.
Sent a man in motion. Now throws across the middle, wide open, touchdown. Brown with the touchdown catch, Jaden Brown.
Pretty nice for your first catch of the night. It was just blown coverage in the back. I mean, we just gave credit to Roman Johnson for making a good play against McGregory downfield, but that time, I mean, just wide open was Brown for the easy score.
And extra point is good. And 38 to nothing here. We'll keep it right here for the kickoff. And the 23-yard touchdown pass. And well, people say, well, you're way ahead. Why do? Well, this offense has not been clicking in a live situation late in the game. They kind of wanted to work on that. They did, and they were able to convert a fourth down and then got the touchdown. But
that's exactly what it is. You want to see what your offense will look like in different situations, and credit to Valley, to be able to get that third down conversion, to be able to capitalize on, again, what was just a heartbreaking fumble for Cantwine there in the end zone, there on the touchback. The Tigers just continue to be clicking on all cylinders on offense.
And I can hear the Vikings fans out there. It should not be a touchback. I don't agree. I think I don't know. I might be in the minority, but if you cough it up. Here's the kick taken by Cantawine at the 10. Up across the 20, 25, 30, 35, up to the 40. And the clock will run out on the first half.
That's the end of the first half.
And the Tigers will go to the locker room up 30-0 here at the half over Ames, and everything just working well for them in this first half. It's homecoming. They're going to have a big homecoming celebration here at halftime. We'll take a break. We'll come back, talk about the first half again, and talk about some other things. That's coming up after this on CISN.TV.
It's the DeArmond Ford Indianola Kickoff event. Score big on a new F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 66 months, plus $3,750 rebate. Get charged up with a Mach-E and lease for $449 a month. All Americans Ford Escape and Edge. New Edge for $399 a month flex buy. And the new Escape, 2.9% for 75 months, plus $500 rebate. Join our winning team at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Welcome back to Valley Stadium here in West Des Moines, homecoming night, and the Valley Tigers have a happy homecoming crowd right now at the half anyway. 38-0 over Ames, Dar Danielson, Hunter Phillips, and Valley's been waiting to get their offense going without mistakes and things that have stopped them. They had one early on, that motion penalty, but since then, every possession they've scored on here tonight.
Yeah, they've looked really crisp on the offensive end. And, I mean, look, it all starts up front. The offensive line has been able to run block very well, give Drake DeGroat a lot of time to be able to work. So, of course, the quarterback's best friend is being able to run the ball effectively, and that's where Valley has really set the tone there. And then defensively, Valley's just been able to eliminate the run game for Ames. That's what they like to do. And so, yeah, if you're Valley right now, I mean, you could tell that this is a team that coming in with a lot of urgency, week 5, want to get that first win, and they've been awfully impressive.
Yeah, they've shut, as you said, the Valley defense shut down Jamison Poe, and Cantawine's been, he's run, but he's getting a few yards, but then they shut him down pretty quickly too, and he's got to be getting tired. He's punting, he's returning punts, he's playing quarterback and everything out there.
Yeah, and that's Ames's MO. I mean, they have guys that play multiple roles, no matter if it's special teams, defense, or offense, but really that fumble in the end zone there for Ames, for Canawine, who it was going to be a touchdown, but in the end zone, and then Valley was able to come there at the end of the half to be able to score. That was such a backbreaker, and you just feel for Canawine because he did everything well there in that whole drive, but then to just lose track of the football, just been one of those nights for Ames. Also penalties as well has kind of hindered them, make them stagnant on offense, and so it's just been all Valley here in one half.
It's one of those, too. It's one of those hustle where he's, going for the end zone, and he just got a good hard pop from the defensive back, and it popped out of there.
Yeah, it sure did, and so it was really close to his knee being down, but it just popped out at the wrong time for him, the right time for Valley, and second consecutive week where they've had a fumble recovery. So the defense is playing very well, but really it's been the offense that's put on the show here, the running game with Darius Mason, Damon Head as well. Those two have just been so much fun to watch, and Drake DeGroat, he's looking really, really good now that he's had that full, week to be able to look back at what he did against Waukee and then bounce back here. Really like what we've seen out of him.
Well, we'll have the scoring rundown for you here. We're at halftime at 38-0 Valley, but we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more about the scoring, how it happened here with Valley over Ames here at halftime on CISN.TV.
Trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V-Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
We are here at halftime. Valley Band playing with the forest in the background. Dar Daniels and Hunter Phillips. Let's run down that first half scoring. Valley got on the board with 9:30 to go. A 55-yard pass to Craycraft. And the extra point was good. It was 7-0. Valley got the ball back. 5:28 to go, a 29-yard field goal by Alvarenga for Valley, and that made it 10-0. Then we moved to the second quarter. It was a 14-yard head run, and the PAT was good, made it 17-0. Then Darius Mason took a little pass on the outside, went in 9 yards. The PAT was good. It was with 9:32 to go in the second. And 24-0 Valley with 5:45 to go. Mason another run, a 4-yard run. PAT was good. And then right at the end of the half here, it was the pass to Jaden Brown, the sophomore receiver. He was wide open in the middle, 23 yards. The PAT was good, and it was 38-0. And some kind of blown coverage or something there, because there was nobody within 5-10 yards on either side of him up the middle when he caught that pass, Hunter.
I mean, that is just like practice right there. I mean, it was blown coverage. Roman Johnson has been making some good plays out in the secondary, but that time just kind of caught in no man's land, and nobody was there around him, and Jaden Brown was able to take advantage for his first receiving touchdown of the year. And so that's been the nice thing about Dakota as well. He's been able to spread it out to a number of guys. There hasn't been just one key player in particular that he's thrown to, so he's been able to distribute it evenly out. And then again, when you add in that run game, that's made Valley just really tough for a defense to be able to stop, especially for Ames, and that, you know, for a number of their possessions, they've been 3 and out. So you put your defense right back out there, and like we talked about, they have guys that play both offense and defense, so it just wears on you. And so it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments both teams make at half. I think for Valley, they got to be just obviously really pleased, but they want to continue to. I know the one area that Coach Swenson was not happy about was that illegal substitution penalty that gave life to Ames, and so that, you know, those are the little things right there. And for for the little Cyclones, just trying to gain more confidence with another young quarterback that they have in Cantwine. So it'll be fun to watch.
And he's got to say to him, hey, look, we got down there. We know we drove down. Unfortunately, we had that turnover that hurt us, but we can move the ball if everybody. We play hard. We can move the ball against these guys. I think that's what he's got to take away. At least, that one drive. It didn't end up with points, unfortunately, for him. But got to say, hey, we now know we can move the ball on them. So let's come out in the second half. And Ames did defer, and Valley received. So Ames will get the ball to start the second half. So he's got to say, hey, let's do what we did on that drive. Granted, they had a couple penalties that helped them, but, you make those by going out. And so, you just got to say, let's get a drive going to start the second half and go down and put some points on the board.
Yeah, you mentioned penalties. I think that's going to be another area that Coach Saucer is going to implement for his guys, because they all came up front on the offensive line, and you just cannot afford to put yourselves in a position like that, especially against a very aggressive Valley defense. And so can't continue to shoot yourselves in the foot. And so it's just all about execution for them, and then ultimately, again, finishing plays, finishing drives, just the little things to, again, get yourself on the board and try to build up some confidence.
Yeah, 4 penalties, all were motion penalties. Not big yardage, but on offense, when you're struggling and you get pushed back that 5 yards, every yard is crucial there, and that hurt them. So, well, we got the jungle here. We had the big beach over at Waukee. These bands get pretty creative in what they're doing, the props and stuff. Unfortunately, we can't show you a lot of the music or let you listen to a lot of it because of the copyright stuff here. But the Valley Band out here at halftime playing. We're going to take another break. We'll do that. We'll be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
It's our September savings event now at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville. Incredible savings on new Chevy Silverado 1500 and Traverse. Save big on new GMC Acadia and Sierra 1500s. Get up to $9,000 off MSRP on new Ram 1500s, plus 2.9% for 72 months. New Jeep Gladiators up to $10,000 off MSRP, and new Grand Cherokee starting at $39,990. It's the September savings event at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
We're here at Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. Dar Danielson, Hunter Phillips on a pretty nice night out there, 72 degrees. There's been concerns about thunderstorms. There's concerns about that tomorrow at the Iowa State game in Ames. But it has been nice to hear the pitter-patter of rain on the roof after going out and nearly tripping over the cracks in my backyard, that we've had most of the summer with this dry weather here.
Yeah, I tell you, when we started football season, it was just brutal, the heat. It was almost to a point where you weren't even sure, if it was safe for these kids to be able to play because of the heat. But, the rain has been ever so welcome, and so far we've been able to dodge it here tonight. I did want to go back to a few of the scores from around the Metro. Waukee Northwest on top of Waterloo West. Valley's going to travel there next week. It's Waukee Northwest 36, Waterloo West 0 with 5 minutes to play there in the first half. And then Ankeny Centennial all over Des Moines East. That just kicked off for the second half. It's 51-0 Jaguars.
And then Dowling played Roosevelt Thursday night, right? I think it was. And Dowling handled Roosevelt easily, I think, wasn't it?
I believe the final was 50-0, 50-0.
So a Thursday night game for them, because I know Andy Pollock was heading back to, I think he was going to watch his hometown Appleton-Parkersburg team play tonight. And, a lot of lopsided games. And you're going to get into that, some of these games as we move through the season, but the format, I think, is better than what it was prior to where they mixed things around, because I think I did the Waukee, like the last 3 games of the season were all continuous clock, and things were, and it's tough in trying to find the right scheduling mix, and then they go to the Class 5A, and trying to work it out, and trying to, the Des Moines teams are looking, and even Ames looking to get a few more competitive games because of their size, and that's the thing with, you look at the student size of Ames, and they're not as big as some of these other schools. And talked about it, guys playing both ways. So it's an ongoing thing in trying to figure out the best balance of, being competitive.
Yeah, that'd be the word I would use. You're just trying to find that fine balance, that happy medium to be able to make it as competitive as possible. So the Iowa High School Athletic Association, they've been doing a great job of trying to be able to combat that. The scores have been a little bit lopsided here tonight. Again, Southeast Polk out at Sioux City East, and that one just starting, I believe, in the second half, 42-7 Rams. And I tell you, I think the road's going to be between Southeast Polk and Dowling. Those two are going to meet at the new stadium here late in October. That's going to be a fantastic matchup to watch. But again, like this Valley team, I know they're 0-4 and well on their way here up to this point for their first win. They just seem like they're a team that has been able to play their best football down the stretch, and of course had to deal with a little bit of adversity, not only with injuries to quarterback, but then losing Zay Robinson as well before the season even started. So this is a team that's gone through a lot. It's been a roller coaster ride, and so you got to give credit to these guys for continuing to play really hard, and that's just a testament to the Valley coaching staff, and for Ames as well. They've been playing hard out there as well. They just, again, it's just been the little things, the penalties, and of course the fumble that you can't afford when you're playing a team like Valley.
And Southeast Polk, my feeling is right now, until somebody takes it away, they've won the last 2. They've come out of the gate pretty good here. Dowling strong. You got a bunch of other teams too. Johnston. You got Ankeny Centennial. Waukee has shown some strength. Waukee Northwest. There's a lot of schools that could be in the mix toward as we wind down in the season. We're at Game 5 here, but there's still a lot of different things could happen, scenarios as we hit the stretch run.
And I tell you, other teams to keep an eye on. Eastern part of the state, Bettendorf is off to a great start to the season. They handled Urbandale a couple weeks ago very easily, so don't sleep on them. Pleasant Valley, they're always contenders. And then of course, the aerial attack of Cedar Rapids Kennedy. I know their record isn't, what you would expect from a team that's in the top 10, but they're dangerous as well. So I tell you, I mean, the talent across the state, it's been a lot of fun to watch here for the start of this football season. But again, I think you're right on with Southeast Polk. Until someone can beat them, they're still going to be the class of 5A. So, yeah, and when you have a quarterback like Connor Moberly, it gives you so much confidence as a team. He's the real deal. So it's been fun to watch. Yeah.
You've been over to their stadium. I haven't done a game in their new stadium. I've heard good things about it. Pretty nice, huh?
It sure is. We were there for their home opener playing Cedar Rapids Prairie, who was number 3 in the state at the time. And, yeah, you just talk about a fan base, a community that just galvanizes around the Rams. And they love all of their sports teams, but they have a new softball field as well. That's really nice, but the football stadium is just it's top-notch. I mean, it seemed like once Valley Stadium was built here in West Des Moines, like all these other schools started to get in on, needing to get that new stadium. And so they're not much nicer than the one there at Southeast Polk. It's a beautiful facility.
I still like this one, though, because of the windows and the good access we have here as broadcasters and stuff. And it's held the test of time. They put a new field on every now and then. But as you're right, I remember Johnston had the new stadium, then the Waukee Northwest Stadium, and then Ankeny refurbished theirs, and they got 2 teams playing there now. And then
even Johnston as well with the new high school out there. So, yeah, I tell you, it's it just goes to show, the popularity of the sport, even at the grassroots level here at the high school level. So, I mean, I think Southeast Polk Stadium, it seats about 6,000 people, and it was just fully packed. And, and here tonight, obviously great weather to work with, a very big crowd for Valley, good contingent from Ames. And so, yeah, it's been really cool to see the growth of football, high school football here, specifically in the Des Moines area, grow here over the years.
Well, let's take our final break. We'll do that, and then we'll come back and be about ready for the start of the second half here on CISN.TV.
Trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western. More jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Here at Valley Stadium, you see the Tigers heading on out over to the bench here. Ames on the far side. Ames deferred after winning the toss, and so they will receive the second half kickoff, and they need to get on the board. They were driving down toward the end of the half, and with about a minute and a half to go, Canton Wine, their quarterback, was hit hard as he lunged for the goal line. It popped out. Valley jumped on it in the end zone. Then Valley took it 20, let's see, about a minute, 21 seconds. They took it 80 yards and were able to score. And so Ames is out ready to go here to start the second half. Canton Wine will be back again to receive. He's the deep man back there. For him as the Tigers come out now. And Fradiani will kick off for the Tigers. Canton Wine at the 10, 20, up to the 30. and gets pulled down.
So now here to start the second half, really, again, it's going to come down to not only taking care of the football, but also just not shooting yourselves in the foot. Saw a lot of pre-snap movement there in the first half that resulted in penalties. So just trying to clean those areas up. Like we talked about at half-dar, they know how to be able to effectively move the football. Now it's about trying to finish it here in the second half.
Well, now they look to the sideline. And they're set. Pass out in the flat, and that time Valley diagnoses it quickly. Out to Poe, but that's been some of their more successful passing plays, other than the one they hit down the seam, but trying to hit it out in the flat and get Poe loose. But Poe, they just zeroed in on him, and he has not had much running room, whether it be just carrying the ball or catching a pass tonight.
And that's just a credit to Valley's defense. Andrew Price there with the big stop. When you go up against a good rushing attack, you got to be able to tackle in space.
Here's Cantwine, keeps it. He goes up in the middle, spins around, and is going to get a couple. Well, maybe not. They're going to. Well, maybe got one. Third and 9 at the 34 for Ames. Play clock at 10. Throws it out there. I don't know where if he's going for Roberts, but did that get tipped? I didn't see it get tipped, but it kind of floated out there and goes incomplete.
Yeah, not exactly sure what happened, if that was miscommunication between Cantwine and Roberts, but 3 and out to start the second half. Obviously not the ideal start here to the second half for Ames.
Cantwine to punt. McGregory and Pinks back to receive. Gregory takes it at the 35. Has some blockers. Looks to the outside. Cross the 50, 40, 45, and then we pulled out of bounds. Right around the 45-yard line. McGregory. He's a sophomore, but we've already talked about it. He's shown a lot of skill and athletic ability out there.
Yeah, transferring in from Des Moines North, and he can just really do it all. I mean, he's just like a Swiss Army knife in terms of how you can use him not only as a receiving threat, he's also been very good in the defensive backfield for the Tigers. And in the return game, he has been able to get some pretty big gains, including that most recent return right there.
So Valley 1st and 10 at the 35. We do have a continuous clock since we're over 35 points here, second half. Pitch inside to McGregory. He's got some blockers, now cuts it back in. Looking for room, gets down inside the 20. Kind of a little shovel pass into him.
Well, the blocking for Valley has just been really impressive, and this goes back to the MO of a Gary Swenson coach team. I mean, they want to control things at the line of scrimmage, and everyone is going to be there contributing in the block game. Trey White, the senior wideout, was able to put a nice block there on the edge to give the Tigers plenty of running room and a first down.
There's a handoff up the middle. And Trevor Willett is in at quarterback now for Valley. There's an 8-yard gain. Willett now in. He was one of the quarterbacks that came in after Caleb Jewell was injured. And now they're going to set DeGroot down for the rest of the night with this lead, and Willett's going to get a little chance to play. Flings it out in the flat, and a good tackle to save the touchdown. out there. Jamison Poe on the tackle. It'll be a first down and goal, though, for Valley.
Well, when you bring in a new quarterback in the fold, it's always nice to get those short completions to be able to build up a rhythm. The ball was a little behind Damon Head, but he is just so athletic and easily came up with that catch. But Poe, like you mentioned, Dar, with a good tackle to save that from being a touchdown.
Willett with Mason behind him. Hand off to Mason. Mason trying to spin inside. He's still going. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown, Valley.
Touchdown, Tigers.
4-yard run by Mason, his third TD of the night. 1 passing, 2 running.
Yeah, the running backs for Valley just so dynamic. And Ames has just had difficulty right from the start in trying to defend both Head and Mason.
Extra point is good. That makes it 45-0 Valley. We'll take a break. Be back with a kickoff after this on CISN.TV.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today.
Valley has this well in hand, 45-0 here in the third quarter, 6:15 to play. Dar Danielson, Hunter Phillips with you. And the kickoff is taken by Ames. Poe looking to cut it outside, finds a little room up to about the 30 where he'll be pushed back. And we're going to see a lot of new names in there now for Valley. I'll try to read some of them if I can as we go here.
Well, and for Valley, good opportunity for some of the younger guys to get a lot of playing time here. I mean, even though there is the continuous clock, still have a quarter and a half here to work with. And really vital because depth is always a big key, especially later on in the season.
Yeah, and Valley's already seen that. Somebody can go down, and there's Poe with the carry, but loses a yard. That's been the story of the night for Poe. Just no running room against those orange shirts. And
that's one of those new guys that came in. I got to love this name. Xander Freeze came in.
Oh, Freeze, yeah. He's played a little bit here now and then. I think Alonzo Jimenez is in there also. We'll read some of the other names when we get him here for Valley. Fake to Poe. Poe tried to lob it out, and it was knocked away. They say it's still alive, or is it? Well, he's going to try to tell us.
That was Jerome Horn that came in and tipped that pass. Cantwine thought that he was able to get that ball off in time before the Tiger get his mitts on it. But the Valley defense, no matter who has been out there, they've just made a lot of plays, and they've just been fundamentally sound, especially in tackling. Haven't given Ames much to work with here tonight.
So 3rd and 11 at the 28 for Little Cyclones. Throw the screen across the middle. Got a man, but he's going to be pulled down short. Lopez, the tight end. And Grun with the tackle. 4th and 2. I think they'll probably go for it at this point. They had a hard count with all the young players. There might be a time to try it. We'll see. You get in and you're anxious to get across that line. But they get it off, and now Cantawine's going to take it around the edge. And he gets some good yardage there. Picks up about 12, and that'll give them a first down. They needed 2. Not into Valley territory yet.
A well-designed run there for Ames, and they were able to get contained there on the left side of the line. And Cantwine, we've seen him tonight that even if someone gets their hands wrapped around him, that's the one guy for Ames that, I tell you, he plays with a different level of physicality.
Yeah, he's not afraid as a quarterback to put his shoulder pad down into you, is he? No, it's not. None of this. I'm going to ease off. Oh, Poe almost had that, got it, but couldn't quite tip it. The pass behind him, he almost tipped it back to himself, but it's going to go incomplete. Clock will still run, though.
Well, Xander Freeze, once again, they're wreaking havoc in the backfield, really forcing Cantwine to get rid of that ball kind of in an unsteady manner. Poe nearly brought that ball in, but brings up, like you said, second down with 2 minutes to go here in the third.
2nd 10 at the 46 for Ames. Quick pass out there to the slot to Lopez, and he catches it. He runs hard when he gets the ball, too. The 6'1", 195-pound senior. He is not an easy guy to bring down.
No, and he's the defensive end when assigned to the defensive side of the football. And 3 catches for him tonight, and he's been able to find some seams and find himself in a position to make a couple grabs. And like you said, he is one tough customer to be able to bring down.
Valley gets a player in there late. And pressure on Canawine. He gets it off, though, and hits his man up the field. Finds Jeffrey Roberts, the sophomore.
Boy, I don't know how Cameron Cantwine got rid of that football.
Looked like he had guys around his ankles pulling him in, and yeah.
Just at the last split second, got that pass off and able to get a solid gain out of it. But, man, he has really shown off his toughness, no matter as a runner, but also in the pocket as a passer. You got to love that out of the young QB.
Just a sophomore, 6 foot, 190. Fakes it, rolls out, stops, now throws up the field. Oh, what a catch! Caught it, touchdown! There is a flag down, though. Well, pass interference on the offense, and that'll bring it back.
Oh, and Coach Saucer, very livid down on the sideline. They got that on Torian Cotton. But we have seen here tonight Jeffrey Roberts' ability to be able to really come up with those 50-50 balls and just snatch the ball in air. I mean, he is so good on those one-on-one matchups, but unfortunately, just when Ames has reached the end zone, it's been pushed back.
It says he's 5'11", but he looks longer than that, doesn't he?
He sure
His
does.
size when he goes up and gets that ball, it seems like he's, 6 foot or over, and as he goes up in the air and pulls that ball in, and now the penalty to take it all the way back to the Ames side of the 50, and that may be the last play of the third quarter. Is the clock running down? I think it will be. So they'll just change sides here, and we'll go to the fourth quarter Valley up 45-0 over Ames here. Fourth quarter coming up on CISN.TV.
Trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com. When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Back here in Ames, we go to the fourth quarter. Dar Danielson, Hunter Phillips on CISN, and it's Valley up, as you see, 45-0. A continuous clock here in the second half. Ames had what looked like a touchdown pass brought back on an offensive pass interference against the Little Cyclones. And now they're 2nd and 20 here at their own 49. High snap, but Cantwine handles it. One hand up the middle, straight up the gut. And he picks up about 12 yards there before he's tripped up. But that was a big play to get that chunk back, to at least give you a little better third down. They're obviously going to be fourth down territory here, but that helps.
Well, when Cantwine runs, it's with a purpose. I mean, he just blazed downfield there real quickly. There's some movement up front. I think they're going to get that on Valley. Again, a lot of the reserves out there for the Tigers.
So that's the first penalty the second half on Valley, just the third of the game. And that makes it now 3rd and 2 here for Ames. And he keeps it, follows the back through the hole, and they'll get the first down. Cantwine.
Well, and Dar, for Ames, kind of looking ahead for them, they have an important stretch of games here. I mean, of course, made the playoffs last year, first time, and since 2014, they'll be at home against Ottumwa, then at Marshalltown, Sioux City East, finish the year against regular season against Waukee Northwest. So got to be able to pick yourselves up after a night like this because, again, there's some winnable games there that are going to be important for them.
And off to Poe. He's looking for room, and he gets a good run there. Wasn't that, I think they have Taman Lipsy was running at quarterback for a while there, and then finally he said, no, son, you're going to play basketball in college. Let's cut the football. When he signed with Iowa State, I think they said, hey, let's cut out the football stuff. But he was a pretty darn good football player at quarterback, if I remember right.
He sure was. I mean, you talk about an all-around athlete there in Taman Lipsy, and, yeah, when Coach Otzelberger got him to commit, he's like, yep, your days of playing football are
over. No more of that high school football stuff. Here's Cantwine. And he's turned out to be a real good high school player, now in college.
But, like last year with Dallas Saucer, more of an aerial attack. It seems like just over the years for Ames, they've been able to develop really good quarterbacks there. But they've also had a lot of dual threat quarterbacks, and Cantwine's going to be in that next era of quarterbacks that will predominantly run for the Little Cyclones.
And they throw it across the middle, caught and pulled down. Another guy that played quarterback for him for a while and then decided to take up basketball, and that was a pretty good decision, Fred Hoiberg.
Yeah.
He played quarterback and did a pretty good job. I think he had some interest, too, as a quarterback for college, I decided to stay at home in Iowa State and play for Johnny Orr, and that turned out pretty well. Handoff cut up inside. Poe. Look for flags. I don't see any. I think it'll be a touchdown. 14-yard run for Poe.
Well, he had a big week against Roosevelt, and good to see him just continuing to turn the legs and battle to get into the end zone for his 5th touchdown of the season. Love the fight from the Little Cyclones.
They finally got a little spread out and got him a seam to run up into, and of course, there's the no good on the extra point. So it's 45-6 here. Let's take a break, come back with a kickoff after this on CISN.TV.
Let's face it, it's Iowa and it's hot and humid. Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto Pros. Some of us are going to get in our blazing hot vehicle and the air is not going to cool us down. When that happens, I have same-day AC service appointments at the ready. We can pick up your car, drop it off, shuttle you home, or even help you get a rental car. And all of our AC repairs come with our lifetime parts and labor guarantee. If you're having problems with your AC, give us a call or scan the QR code to schedule your appointment today. For the best, head west, Westside Auto Pros.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Here at West Des Moines Valley, Little Cyclones are on the board, a 14-yard Jamison Poe run. And they will kick it off. I don't think they'd onside it here with the score as balanced as it is. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe they'd try it. Well, they're going to squib it anyway. And it's picked up by the up man. And he'll get it up to the 40. And Trey White, the senior, returned that one.
So looking ahead at Valley, I misspoke earlier, they're actually going to be hosting Joaquin Northwest before traveling out to Waterloo West and then be at home to take on Ankeny there on October 13th. But this is amazing here, Dar. This is a program that has made 31 consecutive postseason appearances. The last time they didn't was in 1991. So at 0-4, I mean, again, there's still a lot of football left, but you know that is going to be on the back of the mind of Tiger fans, the players, and it's going to be up to the coaching staff, no doubt, to be able to cancel all that outside noise. Easier said than done, but that's a state best, 31 consecutive postseason appearances. And so, again, uncharted territory Valley, was entering coming into this game, but you couldn't tell by what we've seen on the field. I mean, the team, I think, that's motivated by it, and it just started with just the execution of both offense and defense there in the first half.
Whoa. Nobody picked up the offside rusher there, and the quarterback goes down. Jakari White had that first down carry there, and then the sack for Ames.
And that was Matt Hall, and came up limping there just a little bit. Really the first time that Ames has had success getting to the quarterback, but always good to see guys make plays this late.
Ethan Stembler, another guy who's seen time this year, he's in at quarterback now. The third quarterback for Valley, and fortunately it's not because of injury this time. It's just because they have that lead, and the offense has been pretty productive tonight, to say the least. And
but I think what really got the Tigers going was that opening touchdown. Just a few plays into the game, Drake DeGroat finding Noah Craycraft, a huge touchdown, and just what you saw on the sidelines and the play that we saw afterward, that was just what they needed to start this football game.
Yeah, 55-yard pass, and there's a pass out. That's going to be short of the first down. Yeah, they hadn't had a passing touchdown through the first 4 games, and then they get that one, and it just exactly, like you said, what they needed to get the shot of adrenaline, and from there on out, they did not give Ames much until right toward the end of the half. And again, Cantawine trying to push it across the goal line and got popped hard and fumbled the ball into the end zone. Valley fell on it, and that was shut off any scoring attempt until that last run by Poe. Low snap, the kick is off. The punt, a good punt. Drives him back. Taken by Roberts. And Ames will take over at the 21.
Yeah, going back to Valley, I mean, that was also on the back of their minds, is the fact that, hey, we don't have a passing touchdown this year. And look, again, it's just because of what's been playing out at quarterback. Unfortunately, you know, with injuries playing a role, but.
Well, and then that, not just the passing part of it, but that hurts your running game too when you can stack it up in the middle against that run, knowing that they've had a hard time in the passing game. You know, that just makes it that much easier to stack it up and to stop Mason and Head inside.
Yeah, no doubt. Runs. I mean, it makes you one-dimensional. Here's we're going to have a timeout on the field. And I think an injured player for Ames is down.
Well, they're tending to him. Let's take a break. We'll do that. We'll be back after this on CISN.TV.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
Here at West Des Moines Valley High, the injured little Cyclone being taken off. Did you see his number?
Yeah, it was Jackson Getters, the 6'1", 305-pound senior who's been in the trenches all night. Was just a little slow to get up, but was able to walk off on his own power. Always good to see that. You never want, especially late in the game, any injuries. So good to see that he's able to walk his way off the field.
2nd and 12 for Ames at the 19, clock rolling, and they're did some readjusting. Play clock down to 6. They throw it in there, looking in there again for Lopez, but incomplete. Clock will keep running, though, because we're in continuous clock right now.
Joshua Ploger was there to break that one up, and Lopez took a bit of a hit and slow to get up, but glad to see that he was able to get up, and also Ploger making sure that he was all right.
Well, in the pregame, I talked with Coach Sauser, and I said it's a lot more fun preparing when you had it coming off a win. And he goes, there's just that extra, and Valley will know that feeling now this week, and as they prepare for the next game, a lot of good things to be happy about. And caught by Roberts. Roberts is going to race to the end zone and beat everybody. Got by the defender, got him turned around. And that'll be no flags. That'll be 81 yards.
Well, Dari, you knew at some point that one of these big plays was not going to be taken away from Ames. And so that is just a welcome sight to see. And I tell you what, we talked about Cantwine being a sophomore. Jeffrey Roberts also a sophomore as well. So these two getting valuable experience at the varsity level early in their high school careers, and they're going to be big pieces moving forward, no doubt.
They got a problem right now because they only got 10 guys out there. The play clock, they got time to get another one on. The holder, he checked it and said, hey, we need somebody else out here. Austin McIntyre gets the point. Makes it 45-13. Here. This heads up by Cameron Strawhacker, who saw that they were a player short.
Absolutely great awareness out of him to make sure that they had that.
You may have been able to kick it and get it up there. It's not a penalty if you're a player short. If you're a player over like Valley was, it is. But
right.
you want to have all 10 or 11 out there if you can. And so Ames getting a couple late touchdowns here. And they'll set it up. Last time they squib kicked it.
That's what we've seen from Cantwine right since the opening kick. And so far, Valley's been able to field it cleanly, but all it takes is that one hop.
And it is fielded there, up to the 35, 40. And then brought down. And I believe that was Jerome Horn, I think. And Ames will come out. Or excuse me, Valley will come out with Stemler at quarterback still. Timeout, Ames.
Timeout, Ames, their first of the half.
Let's take a break here on CISN.TV.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
And back at Valley, 2:52 to play. Tigers take over 1st and 10 at the 41. And a handoff.
Stemler hands off the ball to Robin Brooks. Tackled by
And
number 44, Jason Roberts.
Robin Brooks, the ball carrier.
Second and 8 for the Tigers.
Gain of 2. Snap, handed off again. And it is amazing, a win, what it can do, you know. Because Valley, they've just been so close in some of these games and just made some mistakes and some issues, but So, will this be what ignites them and kind of gets them on a late season run? We'll see here.
Well, I think there's certainly going to be a tough customer for anyone coming up on the schedule. And so, it's amazing when you look at this Valley team. A year ago, they went on this incredible run, made it to the state championship game, and to start the next season 0-4. For a lot of these guys, it's how do you respond to such adversity? And they just continue to chip away, every day getting better in practice, and it's resulted in no doubt a big bounce-back performance on both sides of the football for them. And so, again, it's going to be a tough challenge next week, taking on Waukee Northwest. That'll be a really fun game to watch. Both of those teams are going to be coming in with some confidence, and, of course, the Wolves have played well this year. So, yeah, for Valley, it's going to be about, again, just improving each and every day, but this is a big step in the right direction for them.
At Ames, they will come back. Let's see. They have a Tumwa at home, I believe. There's a deep pass caught down the sideline. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is Trey White that comes up with the big downfield catch for the Tigers. And how about the third quarterback coming in and making some noise? So now all three quarterbacks who have played here tonight have been able to come up with a touchdown. That has to really boost the confidence of the quarterback room for Valley.
And the kick is good. 52-13. What was the length on that touchdown? I look back.
It was certainly at least a 60-yarder, and that was on fourth down, too.
Yeah, I think they were back. I'll have to check. I'm not sure what the yardage. I was meant to write that down, and then I was trying to figure out who caught it. 50? I'm not getting the hand signals here.
55-yarder.
55. So okay, 55.
I was in the ballpark of it, but
yeah, you were close.
Those are two 55-yard passing
yeah,
plays.
That's how they opened the play with it. And Stemler, he played some in relief when Jewell went down in that game, and then it's been trying to figure out. Then DeGroat kind of was the starter, and he's done pretty well, but it's always good to have the backups ready.
So just think about this, Dar. For Valley on the season as a passing team, averaging just over 106 yards per game through the air, no touchdowns, 5 picks, 8.5 yards per catch. I think those numbers are going to take a big boost after tonight's game.
There's 110 just on 2 plays there, 2 55-yarders. I'm not that great at math, but I can figure that out. Yeah, so that's gone up. And, of course, the pass to Mason was kind of out on the edge, and he did a lot of the running himself, but it still counts. So you got 2, 3, 4 touchdown passes there. And Ames taking another timeout because we went to below the continuous clock level, but then with that score, that puts it back up. So now the clock would run out if they don't take the timeouts.
Well, and another thing as well, season high for them in a single game for points was 18 against Southeast Polk in their season opener. And, of course, they had the one game where they didn't score any points against Dowling in what was just a defensive battle. So, yeah, this is really just such a big boost for the Tigers. And for Ames, look, I really liked what they did in the fourth quarter, especially with Cantwine just being so relentless as a runner. So, again, there's going to be some takeaways for Ames, no doubt, that they're going to have to correct. But again, they're going to be at home against Atumwa next week, and so they should be able to get back on track against the Bulldogs if they just continue to stay positive.
Ames will start first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Dropping back, Canawine throwing out, and the receiver turned into the defender there, Torian Cotton. Otherwise, that was going to be a pick. And he knocked it down. And it'll be 2nd and 10 with the clock rolling down to 40 seconds to play. Handoff up the middle, looking for some room.
Elijah Crosby on the carry for the Little Cyclone. Tackled by Valley's Evan Caduce.
And that, well, they're going to try to get one more play off, maybe. No, by this they're not going to. They're just going to call it a game here. In Valley with a convincing 52-13 win to get the offense rolling on homecoming night. And they will take the victory to go to 1-4 on the season. Ames drops to 1-4. And let's take a break. We'll come back and wrap this one up after this on CISN.TV.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
It's our September savings event now at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville. Incredible savings on new Chevy Silverado 1500 and Traverse. Save big on new GMC Acadia and Sierra 1500s. Get up to $9,000 off MSRP on new Ram 1500s, plus 2.9% for 72 months. New Jeep Gladiators up to $10,000 off MSRP, and new Grand Cherokee starting at $39,990. It's the September savings event at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Spring will be here soon, and our selection of patio furniture is fantastic, but it won't be that way forever. If you want to get furniture for your deck this summer, come see us now. All the best brands and the best selection. And if you want a special order for this summer, we still have time to do that. Come see us now, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today.
Here at Valley, you see the Tigers huddling out there. They get their first win of the season here. 52-13 over Ames. Dar Danielson with you. I'll run down the scoring. 9:30 in the first quarter. Pass to Craycraft. He goes 55 yards and kind of got the spark that got things started. The PAT was good, 7-0 Valley. Then with 5:28 to go in the first, a field goal, 29-yarder by Valley, 10-0. 11:54 to go in the second. Head run, Damon Head with the 14-yard run, the PAT good 17-0. Then with 9:32 to go in the second, pass Darius Mason out on the edge. He takes it in the 9 yards for the touchdown. PAT again good, 24-0. Then it was a Mason run for 4 yards out with 5:45 to go in the second, 31-0. Then a pass to Brown from 23 yards out with 9 seconds to play in the first half. That was after Ames got down. Their quarterback trying to go across the goal line. Kenton Windy gets popped, and the Valley recovers the end zone for a touchback. Then they take it 80 yards at about 1:21 and get the touchdown. Then we go to the third quarter. Another Derek Mason run, this time from 4 yards out. It was 45-0. Then with 8:43 to go in the fourth, Jamison Poe, a 14-yard run for Ames. They missed the extra point, 45-6. 3:01 to go. Roberts caught the pass, went 81 yards, and it was 45-13. Then the Valley ended up scoring 1:27 to go. A pass from Stemler to White from 55 yards, and it was 52-13 with the extra point. And that's the way it ends up. Hunter Phillips here with me tonight, and just a good breakout game finally in the win column for Valley tonight. And Ames struggled at times, but they show some signs of some good players that just putting it together here.
Yeah, I think beginning with Ames, I mean, look, you have to first look at the glaring, thing that really hurt them, really gain any kind of progress, and why they were stagnant on offense was the penalties. Clean that up, but I tell you, their quarterback, Cameron Cantwine, he is a really fun player. He's an intriguing player. He's like that old school guy that, again, he's out there mixing things up in special teams, but then is an absolute gamer there in the run. But, for Gary Swenson, he's in year 28 here at Valley. I don't know if he's ever started the season 0-4. Maybe, I know it's been over 15 years since, just dating back, but, this is kind of a time where you find out what you're made of. And, and especially with all the adversity that they've had to face before the season started, during the season, much needed for Valley here as they get back on track.
All right. Thanks to Hunter. I'm Dar Danielson. Thanks to Peter and Sean tonight on the crew. And thanks for watching. Check in next week. I think I'm back here at Valley in Northwest, right?
That'll be a good game.
That should be a good game. And then we'll have other games. Check on the CISN on Twitter, online. Check us out and find out what our games are next week. Thanks to everyone for watching here tonight. Valley gets the first win of the season, 52-13 over Ames here on CISN.TV.